Risk of Rain Returns is a superb reincarnation of the classic roguelike, including tighter gameplay, more content, and stunning pixel art updates. The fast-paced, growing challenge keeps each run exciting, while the large arsenal of equipment and diversified character pool allow for limitless replayability. Co-op gameplay is significantly smoother, making chaotic clashes with buddies immensely enjoyable. The soundtrack is evocative and fits wonderfully with the game's sense of urgency. With enhanced physics and clever quality-of-life enhancements, Brotato is a top-down arena shooter roguelite in which players control a potato armed with up to 6 weapons and battle alien hordes. After a spaceship crashes on a foreign planet, Brotato is the sole survivor, armed with 6 weapons. He must cross the dangerous area while fighting deadly monsters. The game has automatic weaponry, manual aiming, fast-paced action, a broad cast of characters, and hundreds of goods and weapons. Players must survive fierce waves that last 20 to 90 seconds, acquire experience resources, and alter opponent health. Gordian Quest is a masterful mix of deck-building strategy, RPG progression, and roguelike exploration. Each hero feels distinct, with unique skill trees that make team composition genuinely rewarding. The combat is layered and tactical, demanding thoughtful positioning and resource management. Randomized maps and evolving challenges keep each run feeling fresh, while the art style and soundtrack enhance immersion. It's the kind of adventure that keeps tempting one back for just one more run, with every session feeling like a new journey to conquer. Nerd Survivors turns chaotic survival into a fun and addictive loop, filled with clever upgrades and a quirky sense of humor. Each run feels fresh thanks to random power-ups and enemy waves that keep the pressure high without becoming frustrating. The pixel art has an endearing retro vibe, and the soundtrack perfectly matches the action on screen. Progression feels rewarding as new characters and abilities unlock, encouraging one more round. It's an easy game to lose hours in while chasing that next high score. Wild Bastards is a stylish roguelike shooter with a distinct mix of first-person gunplay and tactical decision-making. Its comic book art direction pops with personality, while the cast of outlaw misfits keeps each encounter fresh. Strategic planning on the star map blends seamlessly with frantic firefights, creating a satisfying loop of risk and reward. The varied enemy types and evolving character upgrades encourage experimentation, making each run feel unique. This is a sharp and memorable ride through a chaotic space western. Summum Aeterna is a roguelite game with world-crawling elements and a dynamic battle system. Players take on the role of the King of Darkness, a warlord cursed with perpetual life, and go on an adventure across undiscovered worlds packed with treasures, traps, and enemies. The game has a permanent character and planet improvement system, allowing players to save their progress. Seed genes shape the risks, encounters, and rewards, so no 2 playthroughs are the same. Survival depends on destroying all live or undead foes with precisely prepared weapons. Aeterna Noctis is an action platforming adventure in which players assume the character of the King of Darkness and travel through 16 numerous locations. The story centers on the King of Darkness, who has been cursed by chaos and must restore his lost abilities. This game includes hand-drawn animation, an emotive soundtrack, and voice-acted sequences in 8 languages. Players must travel the cosmos, fighting foes and discovering their fate in their own unique and customized way. Young Billy and Jimmy Lee take on the job of driving criminal groups out of their city. The game includes a unique and dynamic level structure, with objectives altering based on the sequence picked. Players may engage in tag team battles, use royal aspects, and experiment with 13 different characters. The game also lets users customize their experience and prizes by changing the difficulty and using tokens to unlock content from the token shop. Local co-op option allows up to 2 players to clean up the city streets simultaneously. Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector builds on the original with a more detailed universe, deeper mechanics, and greater storyline. Set in the Starward Belt, you'll explore space stations, avoid a ruthless gang boss, and lead a crew. The dice-based system returns with stress mechanisms, making each decision more stressful. While certain aspects appear undeveloped owing to the extended scale, the emotive storyline and character depth stand out. It's a riveting, thought-provoking sequel that builds on its predecessor with a fascinating blend of strategy, survival, and narrative depth. Saga of Sins is an action-adventure game with a mysterious tale and arcade gameplay. Players take on the role of the virtuous cleric Cecil, who has the ability to change into 4 distinct demonic monsters in order to combat the 7 deadly sins and free Sinwell, a plague-ridden town. Each monster has unique talents that may be improved with gold dropped by adversaries. Players may swap between the animals on the fly, and each has a deadly power dash. The game allows players to explore the thoughts of 31 villagers with sinner levels based on each of the 7 deadly sins. Enclave HD revives a classic action RPG with an engaging mix of swordplay, archery, and magic across 2 distinct storylines, light and dark. The environments feel grand and atmospheric, from rugged fortresses to eerie caverns, while the orchestral soundtrack amplifies the adventure's scale. Combat is straightforward yet satisfying, rewarding timing and weapon choice. Character variety and replay value are strong, with each faction offering unique perspectives. It's an adventure worth taking for those who enjoy medieval fantasy with a nostalgic edge. Kraken Odyssey is a frantic 3D action racing game in which players rush to save their abducted sibling, Volpe. The game transports players through a variety of environments, including beaches, jungles, mountains, and dungeons. To become the coolest Kraken, players must dodge danger and select one of several outfits. Key aspects include sprinting at high speeds, jumping to avoid dangers, and crossing the finish line. There are more than 30 diverse stages with quests and awards, and players may obtain a variety of outfits to morph into the coolest Kraken. Slave Zero X roars with style, combining striking retro-futuristic visuals and razor-sharp combat into a game that oozes attitude. Its aggressive pacing keeps every fight intense, with combos that feel impactful and rewarding to master. The heavy synth soundtrack fuels the action perfectly, matching the dark cyberpunk setting. Stages are varied and filled with enemies that push skill to the edge. It's a fierce, stylish brawler that knows exactly what it wants to be and delivers it with unapologetic confidence. Koa and the Five Pirates is an action-packed platformer set in the enchanted region of Mara. To find out what happened to Koa's parents, players must travel perilous terrain, hang from vines, and leap across deadly gaps. The game contains a colorful cast of characters, each with their own special talents and stories to tell. The game also includes relaxing elements such as swimming with exotic aquatic creatures and discovering secret undersea riches. As a time detective, you must solve preemptive crimes spanning several periods by employing map markers. A pattern of unusual happenings is forming and you must discover it. A zoomable map of each time period serves as the stage for deductions and proof. A logical approach is necessary to piece together the puzzle, and the map changes as you solve cases. The game has 5 separate epochs: Steam Age, Atlantine Age, Information Age, Lost Age, and Aeon Age. Your mission is to foil criminal plots and discover the secrets of time and technological miracles. Super Crush KO is a fast-paced brawler game set in a future city. Players must negotiate deadly robots, save their kitten, and keep civilization safe from an AI apocalypse. The game has lightning-fast gameplay that blends run-and-gun action with violent beat-em-up fighting. To sustain momentum, players can use strong moves like as ground smashes, aerial assaults, and super beams. The Bright World finds inspiration in metropolitan cityscapes and pastel skylines. The game offers an adrenaline-fueled experience with quick reactions and strategic combat abilities. With your dino companion Lucky, explore Paleo Pines, a lovely island full of friendly locals and secret gems. Discover the island's forgotten past and create a comfortable dino haven to show your own personality and creativity. Discover and befriend dinosaurs on the island, who wander the wilderness and assist you in agricultural cultivation. Master the art of dino ranching by studying each dino's distinct agricultural abilities to help you generate high-quality products. Explore the wonderful landscapes of Paleo Pines, from Viridian Valley to Ariakata, and make the most of each day.
Chosen vessel.
Afterimage is a 2D action-adventure set in a magical world, where Renee, an amnesiac girl, awakens to save her master. The game takes place in a non-linear setting with over 50 NPCs and 30 monster encounters. Players may interact with over 200 distinct equipment classes and use talent points to increase stats and unlock unique weapon talents. Renee's decisions decide the game's outcome and affect Garden's destiny. Players can also learn new talents and afterimages, which provide distinct advantages in exploration and fighting each other. Bramble the Mountain King is a fascinating adventure set in the magical region of Bramble, where players must cross a terrain teeming with dangerous monsters. Oli, the young protagonist, must save his sister from a dangerous troll. The landscape is teeming with both giant and little creatures, and players must be cautious as they go through woods and tunnels. The Spark of Courage, a supernatural relic, enables players to overcome challenges. Players must combat the monstrous animals utilizing a variety of methods and tactics, but bravado without compassion may lead to disaster. Teslagrad 2 is a magnetic puzzle platformer that thrives on its clever mechanics and atmospheric world. The hand-drawn art and dynamic lighting create a sense of mystery that pairs perfectly with its Nordic-inspired landscapes. Movement feels precise, with magnetism and electricity forming the backbone of inventive puzzles and satisfying traversal. The soundtrack enriches the journey, matching quiet exploration with tense platforming sequences. Each area feels distinct, encouraging curiosity and rewarding problem-solving.
My country.
Fallen Legion Rise to Glory is a striking mix of intense battles and sharp storytelling, where every choice carries weight. The hand-drawn art and atmospheric soundtrack give each moment an engaging sense of drama, while the combat's timing-based mechanics keep encounters dynamic and strategic. Building the kingdom through moral decisions adds depth between fights, creating a satisfying rhythm of action and narrative. It's a compelling journey for those seeking challenge, style, and meaningful choices woven into every step. World's End Club is a colorful and imaginative adventure where a group of kids embarks on a mysterious road trip across Japan after waking up in a strange underwater theme park. The mix of side-scrolling, platforming, and light puzzle solving keeps things engaging, while character interactions give the journey warmth and humor. The vibrant art direction and catchy soundtrack elevate each moment, making the story's mix of friendship, mystery, and discovery feel both fun and memorable from beginning to end.
That came out of nowhere and now has
The Outer Worlds is a richly detailed RPG set in a vibrant sci-fi universe where choices truly shape the journey. The writing is sharp and witty, with engaging characters who add depth to the story. Combat combines strategic planning and action, allowing various playstyles. Exploration is rewarding, with diverse environments that invite curiosity. The game's humor and moral dilemmas encourage thoughtful decision-making, making each playthrough feel unique. This title stands as a solid adventure for those who enjoy narrative-driven gameplay. The Alliance Alive HD Remastered is a rich JRPG that invites players into a sprawling world filled with deep lore and strategic battles. The turn-based combat system requires thoughtful planning, rewarding those who enjoy tactical gameplay. Characters are well-developed, each with unique abilities and stories that add layers to the narrative. The soundtrack complements the mood perfectly, enhancing the sense of adventure. With its classic RPG roots and thoughtful design, this game provides many hours of engaging and rewarding gameplay. Touhou Genso Wanderer Reloaded delivers a captivating blend of roguelike dungeon crawling with charming, vibrant visuals inspired by the Touhou universe. The gameplay is engaging, offering a rewarding challenge through strategic combat and character progression. Fans of turn-based exploration will appreciate the variety of skills and items that keep each run fresh and exciting. The soundtrack perfectly complements the fast-paced action, enhancing immersion. Overall, it's a fantastic experience for those who enjoy deep mechanics wrapped in a colorful, anime-inspired world. Yomawari, the Long Night Collection, invites players into a dark and eerie world where exploration and stealth take center stage. The atmosphere is deeply immersive, with detailed environments that evoke a sense of mystery and tension. The game's subtle storytelling through visuals and sound creates a mood that lingers long after playing. Navigating through shadows and avoiding dangers demands patience and strategy, making each moment feel meaningful. It's a memorable journey that rewards careful observation and courage in the face of the unknown. Teslagrad Remastered is a thoughtfully designed puzzle platformer that combines magnetic and electromagnetic mechanics to challenge the mind. Its hand-drawn art style creates an atmospheric world that encourages exploration and problem-solving. The controls feel responsive, making navigation through intricate levels satisfying. The story, told without words, adds a layer of mystery that enhances engagement. This title provides a rewarding sense of accomplishment through clever puzzles and immersive environments, making it a memorable adventure worth diving into. Shadow Corridor is a one-of-a-kind survival horror game based in genuine Japanese surroundings, in which players must negotiate creepy halls and poorly lighted chambers to avoid terrible spirits haunting the cursed No Mask. With randomly generated terrain and a variety of goods to find, each game will present a new challenge. The tension rises as the demonic spirits get stronger and more aggressive. The game's purpose is to discover the mysteries of the cursed No Mask and break the ancient curse that connects it to the haunted location, or to succumb to the darkness that threatens to swallow players.
Messes with their heads, so there's no way to know how
The Shin Mikado Academy has been converted into a fight between darkness and light, with the protagonist faced with the hard job of overcoming their own demons as well as the perils that surround them. Using its insidious tentacles, the sinister mist may drive people insane by distorting their senses and converting their worries into terrifying realities. To save their loved ones, the protagonist must strengthen their self-esteem and overcome the demons that torment them. Contracts established by pact bearers who have become receptacles of corruption.
My ego dictates that I do what I think is right.
Astro Duel 2 is a fun and competitive multiplayer game that keeps players engaged with its simple yet exciting space battles. The controls are easy to pick up, making it accessible for both newcomers and seasoned players. The variety of weapons and arenas adds to the replay value, encouraging friends to keep challenging each other. Matches are quick and energetic, perfect for casual gaming sessions or intense showdowns. Its vibrant pixel art style and catchy soundtrack create an inviting atmosphere that keeps players coming back for more. Kamiwaza Way of the Thief combines stealth action with a unique art style and engaging gameplay. The story follows a clever thief navigating intricate levels filled with traps and enemies, encouraging strategic thinking and patience. The controls feel natural, making sneaking and escaping rewarding. Puzzles and challenges are well designed, creating a nice balance between stealth and action. The soundtrack adds to the mood, enhancing the atmosphere without overwhelming. It's a solid choice for players looking for a thoughtful, entertaining adventure. Hall of Sentinels delivers a surprisingly deep tactical experience wrapped in a sleek sci-fi aesthetic. The real-time strategy mechanics feel tight and rewarding, with each unit type offering distinct advantages that demand smart thinking. Missions are well-paced, keeping tension high without ever feeling overwhelming. Visually, it impresses with clean designs and atmospheric backdrops that elevate the action. The soundtrack pulses with intensity, perfectly matching the game's futuristic tone. Every victory feels earned, making each battle satisfying. Morbid: The Lords of Ire is a blood-soaked action-adventure that builds upon the acclaimed game Morbid: The Seven Acolytes. Players can engage in combat with horrifying creatures in a 3D environment using various weapons, equipment, and blessings. The game's advanced sanity system impacts the world based on combat choices, altering your perception of reality. They must face monstrous creatures in each level, explore diverse environments, and test their skills against formidable enemies and epic boss battles in this dark and twisted world.
Lords of Ire and Ren.
The Skylia Prophecy is an action RPG set in a medieval fantasy universe, where the heroine, Mirenia, goes on a quest for forgiveness after unwittingly releasing a demonic entity. She travels to Turkan Fortress to cast an old ritual to end the horror she unleashed 3 years ago. Mirenia must decide whether to use her shield blade to achieve her aim or to aggravate the situation. The game's various locations, old dungeons, and zombie swarms are inspired by the Souls series. Players may collect incentives to reduce the game's difficulty and affect the final stages. Eden Genesis is an exciting platform game set in a futuristic cyberpunk environment. Leah, the heroine, is a teenage cyborg on a mission to find a cure for the corruption of enhanced persons. The game has fast-paced action, simple controls, and a well-rounded platformer. To heal their illness, players must traverse natural obstacles and adversary dangers. The game's level design promotes precision movement and fighting, resulting in speedier completion rates. Eden Genesis caters to both seasoned gamers and those looking for a more challenging experience. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome!
In the face.